Welcome back to the show. Now, Rehoboth has been named one of 9 finalists in the 2025 Kwela Dorp Jaar competition, and that actually directly translates to Town of the Year competition. Now, which honors, towns with strong Afrikaans heritage and vibrant community spirit across Namibia as well as South Africa. So the announcement on kykNET sparked celebrations as residents gathered to show their pride as well as their unity. Rehoboth's rich history and landmarks like the Klipkraal monument highlights its cultural significance as well. Now, as the town prepares for the final round, community enthusiasm remains very, very high. To vote, you'll have to be able to SMS Rehoboth to 33157, but we'll get to those details a little bit later. So today's discussion actually focuses on the meaning of this nomination and the road ahead. And we have invited, that is His Worship the Mayor, Justin Coetzee, here this morning. A very good morning, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good. I can't complain. Yes.
Very, very good. Now, first of all, congratulations on the nomination. I think that is quite a big deal for all of us. Yes. But I think if we can start, so, what does this nomination actually mean, for the Dorp van Jaar? What does it mean to the region in terms of regional pride? If we're talking about visibility as well, what does this mean?
Basically, what is really exciting about this whole Dorp van Jaar of Kwela, basically, it's just to say that you've been recognized as a town within Namibia, within the Hartbeespoort region. And this brings a lot of investors because now it's a showcase in tourism sectors in different business levels. And so you're actually exposing yourself to the rest of Namibia and even to South Africans to say, listen, look at the town. Let's go there. Let's go and view it. Let's go and visit it. And let's go and have a holiday there, perhaps, on a dam and so forth. So yeah, it's quite exciting for us as the Rehoboth pastors and Rehoboth community in whole to say that actually we want to welcome people in our town.
Yeah, for sure. Now, what we also know is that at this moment there is 1 million rand up for grabs. No? Yeah. And I want to say if Rehoboth wins, but I'm going to say when Rehoboth wins, okay? What, in terms of leadership, how is leadership going to prepare to maximize, these funds that will benefit, the town also?
What I understood is this money is actually there for the marketing purposes for your town. So we will actually really use this money in order to really explore our marketing area by doing advertisements and giving people the type of sense that come to Rehoboth, come and view why we became the town of the year, and what do we have to offer in our town for the community and for investors and in different sectors of tourism and agriculture and so forth. So that is actually what you want to do with the money. You want to use it wisely so that you can gain more and for development and economical boost for your town.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Now, Mr. Coetzee, I mean, community participation obviously played a very big role in this whole achievement, How is regional leadership planning on supporting initiatives that will empower local citizens and also preserve cultural identity? Because I remember actually watching the nomination video, or the video on Kwela, and it was really represented so well, But again, in terms of leadership, how are you supporting citizens in terms of growth overall?
Overall, actually, we are grateful as leaders in our town for the support of our government, number one. All that we have to do is to abide to the processes and then follow your procurement policies and follow your resolutions and always checking up and listening to the community and also looking into where you can improve in this town. So basically, I would really say that from leadership in the town, I can say that we are really working very hard to bring growth in the town, development in the town. We do have some crises and some struggles, and we do have some places where we need to improve in our town. There's quite a lot of them. If you have all the money, it's easy. But if you're having a budget and you are getting a revenue income and having a zero-based budget, it's quite not that fast of bringing this development, but at least it's taking place. And that is the most important thing that I would say that is happening in the town. So yes, you are happy when you see some faces also when you also bring certain development in a town and improving the town's infrastructure so that people can, then you see this happiness on people's faces, and when people are talking to you, then you hear they are grateful. And also, when you get critique, you know that it's not because they want to it's not a hate thing, it's a thing about they need certain assistance and they want to improve their living standard in a town. So this is all the Kwela project, or the town for the year of the Kwela thing. It's for us a major thing because that also boosts our part as leaders of the town to say, listen, let's venture into a certain market. What is our strength in Rehoboth for development, for job creation? So let us use this opportunity in order to gain access to investors to come to Rehoboth and bring certain improvement.
Yeah, no, for sure, Mr. Coetzee. A lot of progress actually has been made, if we can, say the least, But let's talk about the community's reaction and their response, having named or as a finalist. What was the vibe like in the town altogether?
We gathered at the Klipkraal, and it was actually a bit cold.
I can imagine.
But people were sitting next to each other in groups, and it was the space was capacitated. And once the announcements were made, the joy, the whole atmosphere, and I believe not only there, but people watching in their homes over the television and so forth, you can sense there's this happiness in the town. You can sense there's an atmosphere of a new beginning, something coming to Namibia, coming to Hartbeespoort, coming to Rehoboth. Yeah. And the fact is that they are showcasting your town across Namibia and in South Africa over MNET. And so this is all things that brings joy to people. Yeah. And discussing it this morning with Good Morning Namibia on NBC, it's something that people recognize and see, but our town has been represented now.
No, for certain. I'm really happy, actually. But let's talk about the Klipkraal monument as well, for example. Cultural symbols like these. How would you say they help shape a town's identity, such as, Rehoboth? And I mean, Rehoboth it's a town full of rich cultural, heritage, if we can say the least.
Yes, it's true. I like to be neutral on this whole aspect. Okay. Because in Rehoboth we have the Pastor community, we have the Damara community and the Nama community. And therefore, all of them is having their different types of, like we're having the captain, they are having the kaup. And for us, these traditional leaders, it's something really to say, it's our identity. From which roots are we? Yeah. Where are we coming from? Who are we? And for years prior to independence, the Basta community and the Nama and Damara community was living there. And now, after independence, it became a town just not for us, but other tribes also came, other cultures were also visiting and staying and becoming part of our community. The beauty of it all is that Namibia is growing, and sometimes it's difficult when you get certain challenges in life. But apart from challenges, there's growth, and growth brings a certain sense of knowledge and wisdom that you're gaining. Knowing now that there's certain other cultures also in the town, learning from them, seeing how they're doing things, bringing all the cultures together, I don't see it as a bad thing. I actually see it as an advantage. But because you are learning, yes, there's ups and downs, but you're learning. And the community must learn and see that we have to move away from certain traditions because we are becoming somehow modern. But we must not forget where are we coming from, and that you must have that we call it in Afrikaans trots, pride. You must have pride of who is your ancestors, where are you coming from. That you must have. That must always remain there. But that must not come into the way to bring a certain type of a diverse or dividing community members with your neighbor, because your neighbor is a different person
Yes.
from a different culture.
Yeah.
Don't see your neighbor as your enemy, because we are all Africans, we are all Namibians, we are all here.
We are all here indeed, and diversity is indeed a strength. As we wrap up, Mr. Coetzee, now, voting is underway, we know that,
Yes.
and if I'm not mistaken, voting closes on the 18th of July, which is now on Friday. What is your message to the people of Rehoboth? But as a whole, this is not just a campaign for Rehoboth, you know, it speaks to Namibia as a whole. So for Namibians to rally behind this campaign, what would you like to leave the nation with this morning?
I would like to say to all the Namibians to vote, because this year it is our year, but next year it might be one of the other towns in Namibia, and then they also want to have the support. As Namibians, let's stand united and vote, because even though there's other towns in South Africa, Namibia can do it. We do have the beauty in Namibia, and if you are listening, even if you're watching television in yesterday I was watching Zuidooster, and I heard Namibia's name in Zuidooster, and you are hearing certain tourist attraction places on Zuidooster, meaning that we are there engaging with SADC countries. You hear quite positive things about Namibia. So I would say vote for Namibians. Let's vote for Rehoboth as Kwela for the town of the year. $1.50, 30 votes per person, only 45 Namibian dollars.
So it's $1.50
$1.50
per SMS.
per SMS.
Okay.
And you can vote 30 times, meaning it's a $45 per person. We can do that.
Yeah,
I believe
sure.
we can.
Sure. Mr. Coetzee, it was so nice having you in the studio
Pleasure.
with us. All the best, and we're doing this. We're doing this. And like I said, when we win, we will celebrate together.
Oh, yes, we will.
All right, have a good one. Thank you. There you have it, Namibia. Kwela Dorp competition as well underway. Namibia, rather Rehoboth, yes, has been nominated as one of 9 towns. All right. Now, if there's one thing I know about us Namibians, if we come together, if we pull together, we are a force. That is a fact. So how to vote? All you have to do is SMS Rehoboth to 33157. The short code is 33157. And again, the content of your text will be, you have to write Rehoboth and send it through. SMSs are charged at $1, only $1.50. All right, $1.50, and you can vote as many times as you like. Well, 30 times, but that's a lot. Okay, so come, let's do this together and let's celebrate when we win. We will continue after the very short break. Please stay with us.